We're gonna come for happy number 2. This is one of those random ass videos that you really don't want to see. But for the sake of it being a random ass video, I'm randomly still working on my clothes. I was rudely interrupted before, so now I have to make up for time. So, I had a rough Father's Day. Yes, it's probably because I'm not a father. Something that I'll probably never see. No. I've had some discussions. And while we're on discussions, I want to talk to y'all about some things that I don't like hearing from people. Like Happy Father's Day, when I'm clearly not a father. And sadly, there's no such thing as Happy Uncle or Aunt's Day. Maybe you assholes that's working on those calendars should come up with something like that for the unfortunate family members who are stuck raising other family members and have a Happy Aunt or Uncle Day. That probably would have sounded a lot more cooler if I had my Deadpool mask on. In fact, the only reason why I was thinking about that was because I had that Deadpool t-shirt on in my hands. But who am I to judge? Only God can judge. So, while we're on God, I've been told this a lot, and it's really pissing me off. In fact, it's pissing me off to the highest point of festivity. So I'm going to say this because I'm getting real sick and tired of being told this a lot. Please don't come to me when you see me and tell me that God is going to reward me when I die. Or I very well may put an arrow from this bow into your eye. Like what I did there? Because the reward dead isn't doing me a bit of good while I'm alive and suffering. So though you mean well, I really need you to stop. I really need you to stop coming to me and saying, God is so going to reward you when you die. Because as good and as groovy as that sounds when it's coming out of your mouth, you're not seeing where I'm coming from. You have no idea the pain, the suffering that I've gone through in my 45 years of life to have you come to me and pat me on my back and say, it's okay, because God's going to reward you when you die. Which means you obviously are having a way better life than me because God has somehow rewarded everyone else while they're alive. But I'm so pathetic and horrible that I got to wait until I die for God to reward me. Doesn't that just sound awful? I mean, when people are coming up to you and they know you do good deeds and everything, and the first thing they're going to tell you is, you're a really good man, and God's going to reward you when you die. Which henceforth goes back to, I don't know what in the hell good a reward dead is going to do me while I'm suffering while I'm alive. So whoever came up with that phrase about God rewarding people when they die, say it. When I'm dead, we will see about that damn reward. Well, y'all won't see because you'll probably still be alive. But I'll be dead. And having fame and fortune in the afterlife ain't doing me a damn bit of good while I'm suffering in the current situation life. Because that's a thing. Currently suffering, doing things for everyone else and not being able to do things for myself. But that's been like a 45-year-old journey that needs to come to an end because I'm tired of being everybody's freaking lapdog. And not getting anything for it, not getting a thank you, not getting a we'll try better, we're not doing anything right, but we just don't want to do anything right because it's easier to get somebody who's already going to do it for us to do it instead of us just manning or woman up and doing the thing our damn self, because that's too much like the right fucking thing to do. So we're not going to do that because it's the right thing to do. Like how I went off on that tangent, right? I went off on that tangent because no one's really listening to me, so I figured no one would care if I said anything bad about them. You play this stuff in reverse, you'll probably hear a whole lot of stuff. If you can even play videos in reverse. Don't really know if that's a thing. But if it is, it's probably a cool thing. And since I've never been cool, it's hard to say. Set that up there to the side there. Set that there. Socks. Yeah, see, my OCD problem's kicking in. I have specific underwear for specific clothes. Don't judge me. Okay, because those are going to go there. Are you there? No, you're not there. Yeah, there you are. Sometimes you have to come up on the rough side of the mountain, which also seems to be the story of my life, of me coming up on the rough side of the mountain. You know, earlier I found the bug in my hair. It wasn't headlights or anything, but it doesn't change the fact that I found the bug in my hair. No, I don't really handle bugs very well. No, at all. I really don't. I don't like bugs. See, I had this thing about roaches, and I cured my fear of roaches until I joined the army. And then my fear came rushing back because of Herbie. Herbie was a flying cockroach that was as big as my cell phone. And Fort Benning, Georgia, I had to deal with this thing. But we were not allowed to kill him. So yeah. Hopefully Herbie's still alive down there. No. I mean, cockroaches can probably survive anything. They survived the dinosaurs. But that was because the dinosaurs were probably too scared to step on them. They're like, oh, what the hell is that? Dinosaurs probably looked at Herbie and be like, oh, maybe we better not step on that guy. He's funny looking. And they're like, oh, well, we stepped on his brother last week, and when we cut on the lights, his brothers and them ran and things. Anybody who's ever had a cockroach knows that if you have roaches, you cut on that light, they scurry across the floor. They actually run marathons and shit when you cut on the lights at home. Those cockroaches be flying. You're like, oh no, the humans are home. Hell, cockroaches even had a song. Look at all these roaches around me every day. Need something strong to make them go away. Look at all these roaches, can't take it anymore. Get up at night, turn on the light, and see them put on a show. Can't go no place without one of them getting linger. They see my face, they smile, they run, they flip me out with the middle finger. They run so fast, they always get away. I bet you there'll be roaches running around on Judgment Day. Yeah, those are the songs I listened to when I was a child. I think his name was Bobby Jimmy or something. It was a good song though. But everything he said about that shit was true about roaches. Because, who doesn't want to deal with roaches? I don't want to deal with roaches. Roaches totally suck. Yeah, on every level, they totally suck. So I need to find some light blue drawers to match those shorts. So until then, I'm wearing the dark pants. Hanes. They're not just underwear. They're Hanes. But I only wear the t-shirts. I don't wear Hanes underwear because they have that flap. And my boxer briefs do not have flaps. Because sometimes things happen with those flaps. Male parts escape. And they always escape at the worst of times. No one wants to adjust themselves in front of a hot chick. She may get the wrong idea. She may think you're some kind of sick pervert. Secretly you might be, but, she'll never have to know unless you tell her, and I'm not going to tell her. Because secretly, not only am I a superhero, but I'm a super pervert. Okay, I'm kidding about that. Or am I? So all my clothes and stuff have to be organized in a certain way, in a certain fashion, in a certain form, because I have an OCD issue. It's a compulsion that only makes me say, I have to have things a certain way, in a certain order, in a certain style frame. So for everybody who's watching, and for everyone who sees me have the same outfits on the certain days of the week, yeah. It's a problem I haven't been able to really kick to the curb, My Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday gear, it's all the same every week. Every day of the week it's the same. I kid you not. It's almost always the same. My Red Sox, because I'm tired of having two different like left feet. So I saw a R and an L in them, so that they're not mixed up. That kind of goes for all my socks. These will be the socks I'll be switching on to for tomorrow morning. And my Punisher socks. Yeah, there we go. Because my other Punisher socks are on my feet. The other ones are in that box behind me over there with the shaving cream and stuff. So, I'm out a lot of things to talk about. I'm also a lot of martial art demonstrations. So maybe tonight after the shower I'll do a major victory video. I don't know. But I found my damn ribbon now so I can completely do the major victory headband thing. Sadly, Major Victory is one of those superheroes that went way to the wayside. If I'm lucky, we'll get into the MCU. And if I'm really lucky, they'll pay me to play him. Okay, that was like a hint. You guys can forward that part. Edit everything else, but forward that part to Marvel. Alright, be seeing you guys.